struggle after last night's game? How do you think?
He didn't practice today. No, he's experienced some soreness, so he won't practice tomorrow. He won't play on Friday either. So pretty mad, pretty pissed off, but I mean, it is what it is.
So that's it. You had one game to look at this.
Yeah, yeah, and we did some different things today that they all pretty much liked, and all got on the same page. So, it's a challenge when you got a new team and you want to incorporate stuff, but you don't want to go too fast, you don't want to go too slow. You want to see what works, and so we kind of scrapped some of the stuff we've been doing, and we're going to just go a little different direction now offensively with that first unit.
Now you guys have time to think about it. What didn't you like about the first offense last night?
Well, I don't want to talk about, yeah, but I mean, just understanding that we got to keep the floor space and in the movement and still creating on the pass, on the dribble handoff, stuff like that. So we cleaned it up today, and we pretty much put in 4 sets that they will run throughout the course of the game and throughout the course of the season that keeps the floor spread, but it's continuous action where they don't have to just stop, get stagnant, hold the ball, and they can play off each other that way.
Is there reason to be concerned about LeBron for the opener?
Not sure. We got treatment all day today. So I'm not sure if he's going to be, like I said, be concerned or not. But, he's pretty sore today, so we'll just see what happens.
You said you put in 4 sets and you took out some stuff. Are those related, and why did you have to take out?
Well, we have different personnel, and I think, if I want to strive to be a good coach, I always said that, you can't coach what you know. You got to coach your personnel. So our personnel is different, as you see. So we just got to make some changes.
You mean different from last year? Or you mean different without LeBron?
Different from last year. Yeah.
Dwayne, last year when he was talking about playing, and this may or may not be along the lines of what he's talking about. I saw a quote from him last year where when he was talking about 2010, he said they thought that one ball was not enough for Dwayne, Derek, and LeBron to all play together 7 years ago. Is that still a concern for you now? And is that
7 years, Dwayne?
In 2010, when they were looking at their free agent options.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Dwayne had said this last year, referring to 2010.
Oh, okay.
One ball, 3 of them. Well, here they are, the 3 of them. Is that at all a concern to you? Is figuring out?
Well, I think as you get older, you understand and realize that you have to sacrifice to win. I think D-Wade's done enough in his career. He's validated who he is as a player, that he understands that you have to sacrifice. And with that being said, they all were young. That was 7 years ago, so basically in their prime. So of course, they're gonna need the ball. They want stats, they want numbers. But as you get older, you understand it's about winning. Things change.
Nothing. Go ahead, Jason.
When you're talking about what you had to take out and put in new things, is that more?
I mean, it's stuff we had offensively, but it's just stuff that I haven't taught yet. So it's things we had, in our bag that we done last year. But I think for that group, we got to incorporate that now instead of incorporating other stuff we incorporated earlier.
Is it all because the 2 guards are not prolific three-point shooters like
Yes.
we've been talking about?
Yes.
Along the same lines of sharing the ball back in 2010, LeBron had 2 MVPs back then, despite all of the ball sharing or other players he had. What more can he do at this stage to get back to that level and garner those votes again?
Just be LeBron James.
I mean, just given what he has already done and how excellent he's been as one of the best players, is there another step he can take to get back at that level of, I guess, accolades within those who vote for that?
Well, I think, taking into consideration the guys that had just outstanding years, and I've always said like LeBron could be MVP every year. I mean, he averaged 26, 8, and 8 last year, 26, 9, and 8. But when you have guys that have the years that Westbrook and Harden, those guys had, I mean, you have to, commend those guys for doing that. So, LeBron's a lot like Shaq. He can win it every year, if you're just really looking at the numbers and how he plays and how he makes his teams better. But when guys have, like, phenomenal years like, Westbrook and Harden and Kawhi Leonard, Isaiah, those guys, you have to give them the credit for doing that. So that's how I look at it.
You mentioned last night that you have so many different guys that you can run the offense through and want to run the offense through. How do you maximize getting the most out of guys when they don't have the ball, when they're best with the ball?
Moving.
Off-ball movement?
Off ball, just constant movement. So, we're going to work on it, and we're going to continue to keep working on it, and I think guys will get it down. But they felt, more comfortable with it today. So we scrimmaged a lot today, and after we put it in early. So guys feel more comfortable. We just got to just keep working at it. It's something new to us.
Who starts LeBron?
JR. Yeah.
How does that? What's the domino effect? Who gets a chance with that second unit? Because
Jose.
I'm sorry.
Jose. Yeah. So.
Nate, is it possible to summarize what you think you got out of these 4 games and how you think things stand right now?
Well, as I told our guys, I was happy with the training camp. I thought that they did pretty much everything that we asked them to do. They came in, they worked extremely hard every day that we've practiced. I thought the games they played hard, but we're not close to where we need to be in order to win some games. And but I love their effort, and we know we got to continue to work to condition ourselves and to get sharper on our execution on both ends of the floor.
What are your primary concerns right now?
Well, just chemistry. Chemistry. Out there on the floor, and guys getting the feel for each other and the sets that we're calling. I thought tonight and really the last 2 games, it's been a lot more one-on-one play as opposed to the quick ball movement that we had in that first game. We're holding on to the ball, and guys are looking for their opportunities. Defensively, I think we can, do a better job of challenging every catch. But there's some times where we're gambling and we're overplaying and giving up layups and backdoors, and the weak side is not connected on this. So it's a lot of work that we have to do. But the effort, when you're getting that effort, that's a good thing. I think we can clean up, some of the mistakes that we're making.
Do you think generally in the half-court offense the willingness to pass has been there? I mean, 23 turnovers tonight, but and you mentioned more one-on-one tonight, but it seemed like over the course of 4 games that perhaps the willingness to move the ball was better than last year?
Yeah, but I think at times we're playing in traffic. And again, and part of those turnovers are not knowing each other and just building that chemistry out on the floor and knowing where guys are going to be and, getting to their spots and where they are effective from. And, all of that will come the more we play together.
What were your impressions of Sabonis in these 4 games?
I think he's a solid player. I really like him. He just brings a calmness to the game when he's out on the floor. Both he and Lance have really connected really well. TJ with that second group, they've done some really good things in that second group, and it comes with Sabonis handling the ball, setting screens. He's making good decisions once he catches the ball in the paint. But his basketball IQ is very high, and I think he just makes players better because he understands the game.
You mentioned Sabonis and Lance in the kind of the 2-man game and how quickly they've been able to click. Does that kind of remind you of what Lance did with Seraphin last year towards the end of the year?
It is very similar, and I think with Sabonis, his feel for the pick and roll, Lance is more than a willing passer in that, and that's a very effective play when you have 2 guys who can execute that particular play. It's a difficult play to guard with Sabonis' ability to shoot and pass and handle the ball. We like to involve him in that a lot.
How do you plan to approach this next week? Tomorrow off, I assume, and anything in particular you really want to focus on beyond chemistry?
We have a lot of work to do, and we got to get sharper. Both defensively as well as offensively. Tonight they really picked us apart in the pick and roll. Had 26 points in the paint. I thought we overplayed a few times and gambled and gave up layups. 26 points in the paint in the first half is just way too many points. We did a better job second half. I think they finished with 42 in the paint. But we got to work on both sides of the ball.
Victor made his first 4 3-pointers. Just curious what you've seen from his shooting stroke since he's been here, and if he has improved each year in that area as far as the shooting percentage. If he continues to do that, how big could that be for him and for the team?
Well, anytime he is coming off screens or if he has the ball, especially in transition, I want him to look to be aggressive and look to attack. And, what I've seen from him in the games and in practice is no hesitation. If he has that shot, he's taking that shot. And that's what we want him to do. The only way he's going to improve that part of his game is to be aggressive and take that shot when it's there.